Hello! Hello, everyone!
I got everything switched.
It's us! Hi!
You're welcome.
I know we were supposed to do this last week, but that was on me. I had a really low mental week last week, guys, and I just didn't want to do any of the things that I would normally want to do. And it doesn't happen to me very often, but sometimes it hits me like a freaking brick wall, and that's what happened last week. I like to be transparent with you guys, so that's what happened. It's on me. My apologies. Yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Snake. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. We're 4 days into the new year. We're on episode 18 of Nerd Out and Chill. Tonight we're going to be talking about the end of fall season animes that we watched, and we'll take a look at what's coming up for the new winter season. So
I didn't even realize they ended, honestly. Like, I watched the episodes and all that, and then I saw you post like, "Oh, we're gonna talk about the finales or whatever." I'm like, that was
like,
the end.
Those were the. I mean,
like,
what?
This is like what happened with Spy Family the first time. It ended, and I didn't know, and I didn't know again. I'm like, what? This is. You did not give me an ending.
You're like, nuh-uh.
You cut me off mid-season. That's all you did. They have one season that's 100 episodes, and they're just giving me 10 at a time.
Well, and it's funny because they keep. I was actually talking to my roommate about this at dinner. How it's really confusing these days, where they keep splitting season ones into two parts and like dividing them. Like, for example, we got Spy Family spring and fall instead of like spring into summer or like summer into fall, but it's all considered one season, but they split it up in the middle, which is weird to me. I don't really like that at all.
I feel like they're doing it because they release like a partial, and then they're like, okay, if we get the viewership, we'll continue, but if we don't, then we're not going to spend more money than we have to.
But then we get shows like Blue Lock, which is going to go a full season. So it started in fall, and it's going to move right along into winter.
That's because they knew how popular Squid Games was, so they're like, we got this in the bag.
That's
what
that's what Jujutsu Kaisen did as well. 2 winters ago, it started fall season, and it went through winter season, and it was a full season. But that's
really good. I like that one a lot.
Right, and we're gonna get it took Blue Lock a few episodes, but once it kicked off, I know, soccer guys. I'm not trying to be punny, but there it is. Once it kicked off, it got really good. I am really enjoying it now.
I wish you had watched Squid Games, because that's exactly like that one. I watched the whole first like hour-long episode, and I was like, this is gonna not. Well, I was like, why did everybody like this? This is horrible. And the last 5 minutes of that episode, I was like, oh my god, I need the next one right now.
Hold on.
And every episode after that, I was just like on the edge of my seat, hooked. I was like, this is. And Blue Lock, same thing. It's like a couple episodes in, like it was decent, kept my interest.
Right, kept my interest enough, and then it was like, boom.
Yeah, it got real big. Except for that one episode, the 0 into 1. That was dumb.
I feel like it's the episode after that it really like
it
found its stride.
Yep. Because I remember I hadn't watched it and I was behind on that one, and then when we did our podcast, I was like,
and you're like, oh.
That's why. I was like, oh my god, I forgot. I had forgotten why, and I looked back at the episodes and I was like, oh god, that stupid episode. But then after that, I watched, and like I've been binging them ever since that, and every episode has been extremely good. And I'm like, oh my god, some of these endings are such cliffhangers.
Right, especially during the really intense games where they have to like move forward, and you're like
right.
Oh!
Yeah, some of them I'm really glad that I didn't watch for like 5 weeks.
Actually,
because
same.
I had like I could binge, and some of them I was like, if I was just sitting there thinking, oh my god, if I had to wait a week, I'd probably lose my mind.
You're like, why? But yeah, so that ended up being surprisingly better than I was thinking it was gonna be, because like again, the first few episodes I was like, I'm interested, but like I don't know. It's
It
like
wasn't like over the top.
it's kind of meh, but definitely by the end of the season, I was like, all right, this is actually really good. I mean, I guess it's not the end of the season because, like I said, this one's continuing into the winter
Yeah, it's
season.
going for more.
So this one we'll get to keep watching throughout January, February, March, and then we'll get the true ending of season 1. But
It's also, I think a lot of animes. I mean, you've been watching them a lot longer than I have, and you've seen a lot more than I have. But all the recommendations that you've given and things that we've watched together, after watching all of those, to start a new one, my expectations are so high. Like, you have to meet all these previous ones, or I don't care about you.
I know it's really hard. It's really hard. I do give myself like I said, I give myself like 5 episodes. If something doesn't like really grab me after 5 episodes, then I drop it. I'm like, I don't got time to finish stuff I don't care about. Like, it's just I don't. I have to.
There's too many other.
I
things
have to
do.
prioritize things. And so I'm glad. I'm actually really glad that Blue Lock came out the gate like episode 4. It was like 4 or 5 that it was like boom. And I was like, oh, okay, here we go.
Good.
Here we go.
Real interesting.
Yeah. And I really liked when they finally like introduced the last like main character, because it took a minute. They're like, okay, here are the teammates we're gonna focus on. And when they finally like, because like visually when we watched the opening the first time, I was like, pink haired guy, that's my vibe. I want to know about this guy. And we had to wait like 6 episodes before we knew anything about him.
He didn't come in. I liked him in the main character.
I like him.
I like those two the most, but then
I like the black hair with the black haired guy with the blonde underneath as well. Bachira.
Oh, okay.
The super weirdo. I like him a lot too.
I thought you were talking about the other guy in the most recent one, who, when they have the teams of 3 and they're gonna face the other team, the one that Isagi is wants to challenge and is afraid of.
Right.
But when watching these recent episodes, Nagi, he's my favorite one now. Like, I saw him, and ever since like he came in, I was like, no, that's the one that I like the most.
The white-haired guy from the opposite team. He's really interesting, and I feel bad for his friend, but I like that he's like, hey, I'm gonna go join those guys for a minute because they've actually made soccer interesting for me. I want to play with him. So I'm gonna go do that. And his poor friend is like,
right. He's
so
like,
what I'm predicting is Neo, the friend. I think he's gonna end up with I can't remember the orange-haired guy's name. I just want to keep calling him Ichigo because that's who he reminds me of. But you know who I'm talking about, right? Orange-haired guy, and then Chigiri, pink-haired guy, who's my favorite. I think Neo's gonna end up with those two, since Nagi went with Ishigi and Bachira.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
because
he's
the only main person that's in the room that like is left for like. Otherwise, it would just be one of the side players, and it wouldn't be anybody of importance. Like, or
unless they introduced a new person out of nowhere. But I mean, like they did with this other team of 3. But obviously, our main people are gonna verse this team of 3, so we're getting their introduction. But
and the team of 3, the team that they're gonna face, the 2 of them, those guys are whatever, but the main guy, we've seen him once or twice before. Episodes briefly. It wasn't a ton. It was one of those things where at the time you knew he was gonna be one of the top players that would be reoccurring. It's just not yet.
Snake, your wife's eating ice cream with a fork. That's all right. I eat ice cream cake with a fork.
I mean, that's kind of weird.
But regular ice cream, I usually eat with a spoon.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have anything else and you don't want to clean a spoon, I could see using a fork. I do the same things. I'm like, I don't want to clean a spoon. Fuck that.
Fine.
Fork will be fine.
Fork. Oh no. But yeah,
technically ice cream, as long as it's not melted, fork will work.
Right. For sure, as long as it's still solidified pretty well. But yeah, so if you guys like sports anime at all, you haven't tried Blue Lock, I highly recommend it. Now I'm really enjoying it. I look forward to more episodes.
I like how they've like really been hitting on each person has their own like formula and weapon
And
to
yeah.
advance and evolve and utilize, and like each one, and especially in the last episode where they had to figure out their like, but instead of doing it with a team, they had to evolve on their own.
Hmm.
That was really interesting. I wish they had carried those episodes, that stage out more though, because I would have liked to see more of the other players and what they did, how they overcame
Right.
challenges, and not just the one main guy. I mean, I get it,
We
but I
get
wish they
it. He's
had,
the main character, but
yeah, I wish they had thrown in like a little bit more, like one
yeah.
more episode, and just do like a quick glimpse of like 2, 3 other people.
Yeah, just like 5 or 10 minutes of each, like a couple of at least our other main three that we really focus on that team. So
Yeah,
that would have been nice, but we didn't. And that's okay.
yeah, okay, they gotta move it along.
Yeah, that's true. They true. I keep debating on picking up the manga for that one, and I'm like, I'll just wait. I'll wait and I'll watch the anime, and then
Yeah, I
if
don't know
season
if.
one if season one stops in a really lame spot, then maybe, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't really know if if I don't feel like the manga would. I mean, it would be an interesting read for like a sale discount, or I don't have anything else to read and I'm just looking to read
Right. I
something.
think
But
if you've got other things to read, it's definitely not an immediate
yeah,
pickup
it's
at
it's
all.
not something that like it's kind of like a game you want to play, but you'll wait for a
Hmm.
sale. Like I want to play it, but I could wait a year or two. Like it's not a big
Yeah,
pressure
that's why I
deal right
haven't
now.
like really picked it up yet. Like I see it at the
Yeah.
store and I'm like, no,
The ones
I've
I
got a
want to
huge
pick
stack
up
I'm reading.
is I want to pick up Chainsaw Man and Solo Leveling. And the Solo Leveling, I've been seeing that for months every time I go to Barnes and Noble, and I
Hmm.
always like I immediately gravitate towards that cover
I
and all
hear
that.
amazing things about it. I just
Yeah,
haven't
and
tried it
then
yet.
I saw the trailer and that they were going to be doing an anime, and I was like, oh my god, that just made me want to read it even more. And I'm like, I need to get those.
Hmm.
And so those are going to be the next two that I want to pick up,
Nice.
and get the volumes for.
See, I am. This is actually a perfect segue into Chainsaw Man. I am enjoying Chainsaw Man, and I am intrigued enough that I will wait for the next season and I will watch it. I might even read the manga on like the Shonen Jump website because I can do that. Um, but I don't know if I need the physical manga for it yet because so where I'm sitting, I I like Denji, but I don't love Denji. I like Power, but I don't love Power. I love Aki though. I'm actually watching this show for Aki's story.
And he's the one,
He's
the
the
main with Makima, right?
yeah,
He,
he's the top ponytail.
yeah, okay, yeah, him.
He's the guy that
I
basically babysits Power and
Yeah,
Denji.
babysit them. I do like him a lot. I I wish they would like. I don't know. Maybe I missed it, but I want to know more about like why he's only got. I mean, I'm assuming his devil contract is why he's only got 2 years left to live.
It has to do with
But
this has to do with the sword contract.
yeah, I want to know more on that contract, like what it is and why he took it. What was like what made him into doing? Was he forced into taking it, like how Denji went in and was forced
Hmm.
into taking the contract? Or I think it was Denji, right? It was him who the two guys took into like the dungeon
No, that was
to.
Aki. Because
Okay, it was
Aki
Aki.
because
Okay.
Aki basically lost his contract with the Fox Devil cuz
Yeah,
after that one fight the Fox and he tried to summon the Fox Devil again, it was like
and it wouldn't. Yeah.
mm-mm.
I want to know more about that, about his contract with that. But I'm curious if he was forced into taking the contract from those guys. Maybe they forced him into that one too, and he didn't have a
Maybe.
choice, and it's just kind of
I don't
you
know.
take what
That
you
one
get.
seems like
But
that seems like a really kind of desperate time kind of
yeah,
contract
I
cuz
feel like
like
he took it for something
yeah,
big,
because like a
and we.
contract that takes your life like that, like that's a big deal.
Yeah, I don't feel like he would have done it. And then I do like his character, Denji and Power. I do like their dynamic and like their stories and stuff. But I feel like they're kind of pushing the like Denji's motivation background a little too much. Like I get bringing it in, and they have like when they do it, some of the moments in the beginning were
Mm-hmm.
hilarious, and I laughed really hard at them, and they were funny. But it's like I feel like those should be spaced out like one every like 5 to 7 episodes, and not every episode. And
Mm-hmm.
every episode thing is kind of like okay, like don't overdo it because then it's like a kid laughing at a joke and repeating the joke every 5 minutes. It's like okay, stop. It was funny the first time.
Yeah. I'm hoping I did like how in this episode this last episode, the season finale, when he was fighting the Katana Devil, and the guy was like, "So what are you even fighting for?" I do like that Denji's answer was just for the life I have now, like as
Yeah,
opposed to
instead of like the
instead
other
of like
motivation.
yeah, his other motivations, which have been questionable. But I guess, in his situation, that would make sense. But at the same time, like, for me, I'm like,
Yeah, and it's
uh,
that's what I'm hoping because when he first started and they brought him in, they said if you fight for us, then you can continue this lifestyle, and he was all for it at that time. And then when Power came in and Makima, then he was kind of going into the other
he's
stuff.
like,
But
ooh, ladies.
circling back to this one and him saying that what you had mentioned, I'm hoping that down the line it will like kind of segue and like draw away from his adult motivation into like fighting for that life and maybe developing a bond with the team, and then he'll have like a deeper reason, and they're kind of like
Yeah,
foreshadowing at this point that he's gonna like become a more of an adult. But we got to remember too, he's only like 16,
yeah,
17. He's young, so he's
yeah,
still a child, so like it kind of makes sense why that would be where his motivation would be.
yeah, for
um,
sure.
but so it makes sense there. But I do like it. I'm really curious. The katana fight was really cool. I felt horrible that the one girl died
I
protecting him.
know.
I was
I
like, oh
really
my
liked her
god.
too. Like
I was
she
like,
was a character I liked, so I was like,
and I felt like she was just about to like break out into like this like really badass character and be like super OP powerful, and then she's like gone. I'm like, are you kidding? Like all
yeah.
that like ugh.
Well, I think that was the whole point of the introduction of the villains that they were fighting, though, just to kind of give us a hint of how powerful they were. It was like
Yeah.
she was like she was using an exorbitant amount of power, and like even made that deal with her devil of, you can have all of me, but
Yeah,
we
just
gotta
do
beat these
everything you
guys. And
can.
then they
Yeah.
still got defeated. So it was like,
Well,
oh
and then the devil
geez.
just like yeah, she went all out, and the devil just like died in one snake bite, and is like don't like what?
Yeah.
Like you didn't
Yeah.
stand a single chance. Like
Yeah.
not even a remote. Like you couldn't even pull a Goku out and just do no. You're
Well,
gone.
of course not. She's not the main character, so of course she's not gonna
No.
pull anything like that out.
It would have been, I was hoping like that there was going to be like some saving grace where like she'd lose an arm or two, and then like somebody would come in and like snatch him out last minute, and they'd make like some
Yeah.
wild escape, and she'd
Nope.
just barely survive. But it
But no.
was hopeful,
Oh
and it did not.
man. But
It's definitely keeps you on your toes.
yeah, for sure. And it's that style of show. And I know I've already probably doomed myself by picking Aki as my favorite character, Mr. I only have a couple years to live because of
Yeah,
one
he's
of
only
my
got two
contracts.
years.
I'm like, I feel like
Well,
I feel
and
like he might go out in a blaze of sacrificial glory late in the series, just because he's like, I've only got 2 years left to live
yeah, well,
anyway.
and think about the deal that he made with the one guy. He said that he's going to go out in the most like painful, excruciating way possible,
Yeah.
and he's going to be there to see it. So it's like you said, it's probably going to be somewhere by the end of the season that we're gonna see some
Something.
emotional, gruesome death,
And
and
I'm
we're
gonna be
just gonna
sad
be
because Aki's
yeah.
my favorite.
I he's probably I think
I'm hoping
Makima is probably him and Makima are probably my favorites. Those two.
Makima's she is really intriguing. Sorry guys, I'm just getting comfy.
I think she's got my curiosity because, like you said, she's very intriguing.
Yeah, she's
And she's
super
got such a
intriguing.
mystery to her.
And like you kind of don't really know what her angle is. Like we still don't know hardly anything about her. We know she's stupid powerful. Like whatever she
Yeah,
has
what
a
we
contract
saw,
with is stupid powerful.
that
Like,
was insane.
oh.
And I don't even, what did it even take from her? Did it, like, I didn't see any side effect from her using
We
it.
don't
So,
know.
like, I'm assuming that
Maybe she doesn't have the
she's
soul anymore.
right. I'm almost wondering if she's part demon, part human, like Denji. I'm
Right.
thinking
She
she
might
may have,
be.
her contract may have been like Denji's, where it's half and half, and she just can use it whenever.
Yeah.
But then I also feel like she's got some other contracts. But her power that's insane. I don't even
Dude,
feel like
and
that's all of it. I feel like that's
see,
just a basic
and
power for
and
her.
it definitely explains why they were like, Makima has to die in order for this to work, or it's not
knew.
going to work. And
And
she
it
didn't, so
Well, and how did she come back too? Because she did. I mean, she got shot in the head. I mean, there's not. How did you
well, and that's
survive
my
that?
other, that's actually another thing that leads me to wonder if she is more like Denji, like maybe she has,
Yeah, because a little bit of blood would heal her.
because he's practically unkillable.
Yeah, because
so-
I mean, he's been sliced in half. He's been
been cut into all kinds of pieces.
kinds of pieces. Yep. You give him blood and he regenerates everything. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm wondering if somehow either somebody found her and gave her blood and she's part demon, and that was like the hint at it, and also why there was no side effect of her
Right.
power. But who did she bond with and why?
Right.
And then who, like, or was she just laying there and did one of the blood splatters get to her, or like her own blood, and she healed and survived that way? But either way, extremely intriguing. I like her a lot. And then Naki is another one, but I feel like that's gonna be, every time I think about him, and ever since they said that his death is gonna be like gruesome, I think of Ghost of Tsushima with the scene
Ooh.
where the one guy dies, like the really emotional one where he's tied up.
That was rough. Oh man.
I think of that. I feel like
That
it's gonna
was
be
so
that,
rough.
but worse. I feel like it's gonna be so much worse. Like ugh. That was a tough scene to watch.
That was really
For
hard.
sure.
Snake says Castlevania was so good. Dude, the Castlevania anime is so good. Season 4 just came out on DVD a couple months ago. I need to grab it. I've seen it, but I need to grab it.
I think there's a movie on Castlevania, right?
Well, there's a
Or is
whole
that-
series
It's a
on
series. 'Cause
Netflix.
Maybe it's something else. I know there was a movie that I got when I got the Princess Mononoke or whatever. I got that, and I got some other ones. I don't remember if it was Castlevania.
you
or
might
it was
have-
Castle something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Castlevania is 4 seasons. They're kind of weirdly numbered seasons though, because like season 1 is only 3 episodes. It's like 3 or 4 episodes, and then I think they were just trying it out, right? They were like, okay, is this going to be popular enough that we want to make more? Because seasons 2, 3, and 4 are more episodes.
I think it was Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, that's probably it.
Is what I got.
I love Howl. That's such a good one.
But there was the movie, and there was a bunch of other stuff. That one sounds more like it. Just the castle is what was getting me.
Right. But I do highly recommend the Castlevania anime. It's on Netflix. It's got really cool people in it.
I'll try to check it out if I have time. It also depends on if they keep it there, because
it's made by Netflix. It's a Netflix original, so
Oh, okay. So then
it probably won't leave. It's I mean unless they're dumb and rotate out their Netflix originals.
Yeah.
Especially their good ones.
Yeah. I think they may have gotten rid of some of the bad ones, but
right. But this is a good
anime
one.
is pretty big. Yeah.
This is a good one.
It should be okay.
You were hooked and binged it. It's a binge-worthy series. It's super good. I really, really like it. I'm really excited because they're doing another one about Richter Belmont. But anyway, that's not. I digress. What else did we watch? Spy Family. I mean, what more do you say about it other than the fact that we did actually get some more like Strix, like our actual mission, we did get to progress in that a little bit more in our
Yeah.
season finale, and I was like, ooh, finally we're getting some more going on here, because we had like 2.5 episodes of that wild underground tennis
Oh, the tennis thing.
where
That was
I was like,
pretty interesting.
what is going on here? Illicit tennis games. Oh no.
To see them like play, and especially like all the cheap tricks that they were overcoming. It was
Right?
really cool. It kind of reminded me of like the Blue Lock, where they're like evolving mid session.
Right. They're like, we just
throwing-
use our amazing spy abilities. This is nothing.
This is easy.
It was really funny to
excited
find
about
out, like, that he has a co-spy that, like, is super in love with him.
Obsessed. And
Like,
crazy.
obsessively. Yeah, it's bizarre. I mean,
I
she's
feel bad
cool.
for Yor.
I
Poor
mean,
little girl. She just
I
wants
know.
to be the good wife.
I know. She's like, and she's all like afraid that he's gonna leave her for the other woman, and she's like, no.
I want someone to find out something. Like, I want the parents to find out each other's secret, or one of them finds out the daughter's
Not
secret.
yet.
Something. Like, I feel like it's never gonna happen. Like, not anytime soon, anyways. It will be like 3 seasons deep before they figure something out.
How cool it would be to have an anime of Baldur's Gate. That would be pretty cool. I'd watch it.
There's a Dungeons and Dragons movie coming out.
Yes,
Have you
in
seen
March. I'm super hyped about it.
that? I want to see that one. That one looks pretty good.
Yeah,
I feel like there
excited.
might be a little bit of like troll humor in it. Like, trolling, like
absolutely.
making fun.
But
I'm
that's
hoping
okay.
that people I'm hoping that will draw in like all the crowds that liked spoof movies, scary movie, like the funny spoofs and stuff. I'm hoping it'll draw that crowd in, and then you get the Dungeons and Dragons.
I know.
And just people that are in general
I mean,
gamers or nerds.
It already looks better than the Dungeons and Dragons movie from the early 2000s, so it's got a lot going for it already. Because it was not good. I mean, I watched it and I love it because it's bad, but it's bad. But part of it is because they literally lost their budget like 2/3 into the movie. And so like they had some cooler stuff that they had planned, and then they couldn't do it, and it was just like, it was bad. But you know, I'm here for it. They did a TV movie a few years later called Dungeons and Dragons. I think it's Wrath of the Dragon God or something similar to that. That one was actually pretty okay as far as TV movies are concerned. But yeah, I'm really excited for this new D&D movie. I think it looks really, really cool.
Yeah, I get nervous when they do movies like that, because when they did like movies like World of Warcraft, I love that movie. I thought it was great, but it tanked and everybody hated it, and I was like, I don't get why, because I thought it was really good. And so it's like, I really wanted another one of it, and I'm like, dang it.
Right. I feel you there. I do know the biggest issue with anything that's based on a major source of like video game or tabletop media. So like, yeah, anything like World of Warcraft or like D&D, because you're gonna have people who are just gonna like it for what it is, and then you have like your gatekeeping elitists who are awful to play with, but they're also awful to watch movies with, because they're like, this is all wrong and it's not accurate and it's dumb and I hate it. And it's like, can't you just like it for like what the base of it is? That's like, so like, for example, the Resident Evil live action films are in no way, shape, or form accurate to the video games, but they still feel Resident Evil-y. They're still fun, dumb action films. Like, get over it, it's fine.
Yeah, I was never tied to the games enough, so for like
that gives you a totally different perspective.
Me, like those games and the movies are similar, and they're like 1-to-1 for me, so I'm like, I love these movies, they're amazing. But I know other people, like, they don't like it, or like you said, it's good on its own, but into the game,
like, I have all of them, and I admit that they're not amazing, but I find them entertaining, which is really all I want out of a movie, especially a movie that's based on a video game or a tabletop game. Like, I just want it to be entertaining.
I felt like the Resident Evil with the what is it, Mila,
Mila
whatever.
Jovovich.
I feel like those were really good, but they took it too far with like the last 2 or 3 films. The first
Yeah.
like 3 I think
I
were really
definitely
good.
like the first 3 more than the second 3.
Yeah, the last 3 when they started introducing the clone guy who just kept coming back, then I was like, okay, and clones of herself. I was like, no, okay, you've gone too far now.
Like, I'm
Like
done with that.
they're good movies, but you've gone too far. Like I'll watch them as entertainment, but I don't like them per
Right.
se. But I don't hate them either.
Right. They're just
I enjoy them
movies.
because they're part of the series and it continues a story, and I want to see where the story is going to go. But as far as like individual stuff, I'm like, eh. The Dungeons and Dragons one too. Depending on how they do it, like you were saying, how you have like the elitist people. I'm sure there's going to be different groups because like I don't know much about the different versions, but there's like I think you've said there's like 5e and there's other
Yep.
previous gens. So it's like depending on what people prefer and what the movie follows, then that could change.
I'm pretty sure it's been stated that the movie is going to be based off 5th edition. So, like, anyone who throws a fit about it, like, the spells or abilities or whatever not being like any of the other editions, I'm pretty sure they've stated somewhere that it's loosely based off of 5th edition. And really, should it matter what edition it's based on? Like, it's Dungeons and Dragons and it's a movie. Come on, guys.
I don't even know anything about editions,
Right,
so it doesn't matter to
so
me.
you don't care. You're like, whatever. Well, for example, when the first trailer came out, a bunch of people threw a fit because they're like, the druid can't shape. The druid isn't supposed to be able to wild shape into an owlbear. That's wrong. They're not supposed to be able to do that.
Was cool.
And we were like, those of us who were just like, hey, this looks cool. We're like, for real, guys, you're gonna throw a fit about the fact that the druid is transforming into an owlbear?
Like,
why are you complaining about that? Who cares?
What happens if they come out with version 5F and they can now do it?
Well, and that's the thing is that they're constantly updating 5th edition, and they are coming out with a new what's called D&D 1, which instead of coming out with a new edition, it's going to be kind of an ever-evolving edition now that everything is basically digital. And so it's like they're always adding subclasses and new abilities and whatnot, and it's like maybe there's a new subclass of druid that's going to be able to do that. And they're just giving us they're like showing us, they're like, hey, look at this cool thing that's coming up. Like, come on.
Or maybe people are gonna hate on it so much now they're not gonna do it because they're like, well, never mind.
Well, I will say that I'm pretty sure in the Baldur's Gate trailer I saw the druid in that wild shape into an owlbear, and I was like,
We're like, hopefully that'd be pretty cool. I'm excited for that game. That game's gonna be
dude,
a
I'm
good
so
one.
hyped for the full version of that in August. Let's freaking go. So excited.
A lot of playthroughs, a lot of different things going on there.
Yes, for sure. I'm really excited. I think that'll eat up a lot of time, but like happily.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to what we were originally talking about. Spy Family is good. I love it. It's my brain candy anime. Like, I don't have to think when I watch it. I just enjoy it.
Yeah, you just watch it and you enjoy what's going on.
Yep.
It was interesting to get a little bit more information on the main kid that she's supposed to be getting close with at the school.
Right, Damien.
We got a little bit more backstory on him and his dad, which was interesting. I like that. I kind of like they're kind of leaning towards it where he like is kind of becoming her friend or more okay with her. I just want his friends to go away so he can like open up,
because clearly he hasn't been okay with it yet because of his friends, because he's had a few moments where it's like maybe he's gonna take that step forward, but then his friends say something, it's like, oh, I can't do that.
He's like, never mind,
I can't do that, it'll look bad in front of my friends. Like, who cares? Your friends are dumb.
Right? Throw them away. They mean nothing.
Your friends are only friends with you because of who you are, not because they actually like you, like of who you're related to. So
they
whatever.
Want to move up in class. That's all they care about.
That we have got an announcement for season 2 and a movie. So I don't know they don't have a date for what season 2 is going to be yet. So obviously not winter season. So we might see that. We'll see that either spring, summer, or fall. of this
That
year.
would be cool though.
And then they also announced that they're going to do a theatrical film, so that'll be fun. Yay!
Nice.
Theatrical film.
That'd be exciting
I want to
to
go watch
watch.
Spy Family on the big screen. That'll be
I'll
fun.
watch it.
Yeah, I think that's everything. I am not caught up on the Gundam series that I've been watching. I'm a few episodes behind, but I will still stand my ground and say that it's one of my favorite things that I've watched in a really long time, as far as not Modatsushi is concerned.
Nothing will beat that ever.
I don't think so. I've decided that it is my life's purpose to get people to watch that show.
Yep. I've finally gotten to the point where, like, when I'm watching anime or I'm looking at something, I completely block that show out of my mind and just like
you
consider
almost,
what I'm looking at.
Right, you almost have to, because if you compare everything to it, you're like, oh well, it's not as good.
Right. Go from being overly excited to thinking like it'll be like Chainsaw Man or Blue Lock in the beginning. It's like, yeah, I could watch it, but I don't really need to.
Right? And like MDZS is so good right from the get-go. You're just like, oh,
episode 1, it's
this
like
is amazing.
Bam, 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 hitting you with so much. Those first 2 episodes were intense. I was like, by the end of the second episode, like I had to stop and take a breath because my chest was tight. I was like holding my breath the whole time. I was like, I need to catch my breath here. This is
step back a
intense.
second.
Oh my god.
I will say that I recently finally did have an official's blessing. Even though I've been avoiding it because season 2 didn't have a date yet. I did finally start that one. I really, really liked it. I'm really excited for more. And they gave us an official announcement of it will be the second half of this year sometime. So, yay!
Nice. Very good. Exciting.
I will say that in order to watch that one, there's 2 different ways to watch that one. If you watch the Netflix version, you have to watch it in the original Chinese language, which is fine. It just means you have to read it.
That's not a big deal.
If you want to watch the dub, which actually wasn't too bad, they did a pretty good job with pronunciations. I was impressed. You have to have the Funimation subscription because they haven't moved it to Crunchyroll yet. I was super annoyed by that, by the way. I was like, really, Funimation? We haven't moved this yet?
Give it like a year and it'll be over there. And
Well, the thing is, we had to wait longer for Skate, too, because when they originally announced, when Funimation was like, hey, we're moving all of our stuff to Crunchyroll, so you don't need your Funimation subscription anymore. I was like, nah, because you didn't move Skate right away, so I had to keep it, because I watch Skate often enough that I had to keep my subscription for that for a while. But yeah, they still haven't moved Heaven Official's Blessing, so...
Skate is another really good one.
Speaking of Skate...
Is season 2 going to be on Crunchyroll?
I imagine so. I don't see why it wouldn't, because now that Funimation and Crunchyroll are merged, I don't see why the new season wouldn't be on Crunchyroll when it comes out.
That'll be another really good one. That show's, I feel like it's been years.
It's been 2.
And I watched it late.
Yeah, because it was a winter anime 2021. So it's officially been 2 years now since I started watching Skate.
Crazy.
Wild.
It's a long time.
But
really
speaking of Skate, the voice actor for Longa in the English version is the voice actor for the main guy in Heaven Official's Blessing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then the guy who plays Felix in Fire Emblem Three Houses, he's also in it. And I'm like, oh, Felix.
Like, everybody. I love it.
I'm like, oh. But yeah, so both versions are really good. I've watched both. I've watched this season through twice now. I've watched the dub and I've watched the Chinese, and they're both excellent. So either way is great. When you get around to that, you'll have to let me know. I will say the flirtation is way more overt in Heaven Officials. Like, the love interest in this one is super flirty versus, how we're used to Lanchan, who is not flirty. He's just quiet, and he definitely speaks with his actions. And even his actions aren't quote unquote flirty. His actions are just showing how much he loves Wei Ying by protecting him with everything that he is. But in Heaven Officials, both of the main characters are like flirty. And you're like, whoa, this is so much different as far as that's concerned.
That'd be cool to watch.
But yeah, it's fun. It's really pretty. I'm really excited for season 2 to come out second half of this year. I don't know if it's gonna be summer season or fall season, but either way,
And that one's on Netflix,
I'm
right?
excited. Yes, that one is on Netflix. So yeah, and it's only 12 episodes, so you could binge that like day or two. I know that the Chinese ones are harder to binge when you're, I mean, not just the Chinese ones, subtitled ones in general are harder to binge because you have to actually have the time to watch them.
Yeah.
It's not like
I do have the time. I just need to not make
you should
an
have to
excuse
make
to
the
not
time.
do it. Yeah. It's like I have plenty of
the time. I just have to make the time.
I waste time on random things all the time, and I could easily fit an episode in. And I'm like, do I want to read? Do I want to start it? And I'm like, but if I start, I'm not going to want to stop. I'm like, I'll do it when I have more time. And then I make that excuse every time I have more time.
Right.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
I never do it. But then I get days or weeks where like I'll do nothing but watch anime and read. And I get through a ton of stuff. But that only happens like once every 2 months.
Right, right.
I just need to start like chipping away at an episode every day or two for 2 months, and I'll get further.
Right, there you go. For sure. All right,
But
cool.
I'm still new to anime and reading and all that. So
Hey,
I am
That's
working
okay.
in it
You're doing
slowly.
great. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you.
I'm almost done with book 1. That is impressive.
That is. I'm so proud of you.
I'm
Going
already,
from not reader to almost done with book 1. Here we are.
right. I've never read more than a 20-page kid picture book prior to this book, and I'm like 200 some pages in. I'm like,
Heck
so
yeah. Let's
we
go.
are.
Hey, what are you doing?
I am impressed.
You scratching up my blanket? It's actually,
I'm angry. Come to bed.
It's cold. They're all a little bit chillier than usual. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. At least you're furry.
Right.
All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and move on over to.
Cat just pounced the blanket.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He's like trying to make it more comf. Like
He looks like he's playing.
he's being such a weirdo right now. Like, what are you doing?
Oh,
All right, let
it's
me
always fun when you do that.
get this up.
I can see the reflection of your screen in the picture behind you.
Right? Oh no. Okay, and share screen. Oh, now you guys can see all the things. There we go. Okay, so we are gonna look at some upcoming trailers for the winter season. That's why I killed the music. Suddenly everything is quiet. Because it's cool because they did this. I think this is the nicest way they've ever done this. Maybe they've done it this way and I've never paid attention. I don't know. They don't have trailers for everything. We're just gonna watch stuff for what they have trailers for. But so the first thing that they've got trailers for is Trigun Stampede. I know that you don't know anything about Trigun, but this is actually a reboot of a series from the late 90s. It's actually one of my favorite series of all time. I was originally really excited. Now I'm really speculative because they took out my favorite side character. So I'm a little upset by that, but I'm still going to give it a try. But we're going to go ahead and watch the trailer for it.
という名前は聞いたことあるかい。第三都市、ジュライ。そこに奴はいる。できれば争いたくはないんだけど、あの人たちは僕に優しくしてくれた。だから助けたい。
記者になるのが夢だったんです。どんな理不尽にも絶対負けませんからね。絶対スクープものにします。
食うか食われるか、この星は過酷だ。俺たちはただの記者だ。
偶然出会った人がこんないい人だなんて僕って最高についてるな。
変な人。
ヒューマノイド台風か。必ず最悪に見舞われるって話だ。
僕しちゃう。ただの葬儀屋や。
My other favorite side character.
どんなにしん
Yeah.
どい十字架背負っててもな。ワロでええんやで。ほな、ぼちぼち行こうか。
あの人超絶弱そうですわよ。誰か。
真っ先に死ぬタイプだぜ。
バッシュさん受け取ってください。
一体誰にビビってる？
ワイはワイの仕事をするだけや。相手が誰やってもな。
It's hard because I'm excited, but I'm sad.
お前はどっちの味方だ。
Ooh.
I don't know anything on it. It reminds me, the art style reminds me of Gurren Lagann. But it looks really good though. I watch it.
Right.
I don't know anything
Hey,
on the
Derek.
original, so I won't be disappointed on any changes.
How's it going, Derek? I see. There's my boy. I'm sad because they took Millie out, Derek. That's why I'm sad. So I'm excited because I love Trigun, but I'm sad because they took Millie. Yeah, they took Stun Gun Millie out and replaced her with this Roberto De Niro guy. Ugh. So I am gonna try it. I'm gonna try really hard not to hate it just because they took Millie out. Cause like I do watch the trailer and I still get excited, but Stun Gun Millie was just.
Are you sure they
she was
didn't
so
just
good.
like they just didn't show her, or
She hasn't been in any of the trailers. She's literally the other girl we showed, Meryl, with the short hair. She's supposed to be Meryl's partner. And so the fact that
maybe you'll get lucky and they're just having
no,
her.
I read an article. She's gone. She's not in it.
Well,
If they prove me wrong, I will be ecstatic. But
then I will. Until then,
here's one I haven't watched, but I know a lot of people are excited for. I keep meaning to watch Vinland Saga, but I haven't yet.
お前たちは友人だ。この土地を買い込む、運用し収穫を上げろ。
ああ、俺北イングランドの生まれなんだ。君は
アイスランド。
なあトルフィン君、俺たち戦士の扱う商品って何だと思う？死だ。
死にたくないから生きてるんですか？
One of these days I'll watch this.
何かいいことありますか？
It's on Netflix,
お前は、
I believe.
お前は。
I just realized, hold on, we're gonna have to rewatch that one. I forgot to pull these up on, because it doesn't actually show them properly for me all the time, only part of them. My bad, guys, I'm sorry about that.
that one looks good. I don't really care for the voice actors. Their voices don't really like hit it for me, but
That's
it
fine.
looks. I would want to watch it.
Mhm.
And maybe it'll be one of those ones where the voices grow on me like over time. Because I know when I watched My Hero Academia, I originally started in English, and then with season 5 I watched it, or maybe it was season 4 and 5. One of them I switched over to the sub because it was brand new and I didn't want to wait for weeks at a time
Right.
for them to dub it and everything. And originally I didn't like the voices at all. I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. And after probably like 4 or 5 episodes, the voices grew on me and I started to fall in love with it, same as I did the English version. I was like, okay, this is amazing. I think I was just being stubborn because I was like, I just
Right.
want my voices that I grew to love over 4 seasons. That was really good though.
Derek in my chat says that the dub for that one's actually better. So that might be one to try the dub for.
If there is a dub, I'll probably try it. Because I watch things faster when it's dubbed.
Right. Yeah, I believe there is. I mean, I don't remember if it's the one on Netflix or if it's on Crunchy, but I know that there's a dub for it. So
I'll check. I got both, so it's okay.
This is a new one for winter season. Tomo-chan is a girl. I don't know. Hello, play, maybe? This looks like one of our romantic comedy for the season.
It reminds me of Iron Fist.
I'm actually interested in that one, honestly, because
I'd watch that one.
that
That one looks pretty good.
was one that I was like looking at the picture. I was like, I don't know, but then the trailer, I was like, yeah, I might watch this. So
You haven't even watched season 5 yet of Academia, have you?
no, I'm terrible.
Shameful.
I know. So
Shameful, shameful.
I'm not gonna watch the trailer for season 6, guys, because I am not caught up on season 5.
You need to watch it.
I know. I'm gonna watch this trailer for Bungo Stray Dogs season 4, even though I've never seen any of it. I'm sure someone will be excited for it. I know it's a pretty popular title.
Never heard of it.
But yeah, that Tomo-chan one looks really good. I'll write that one down. This is one I keep meaning to try, and I just haven't got around to it yet. And here's season 4, and I still haven't tried it yet.
That one does look really good. I would watch it. I might watch the first season.
Right? It's been on my list for a while, and I just haven't got around to it yet. Let's see. Ooh, I'm really excited for this one. They're doing an anime for Nier Automata. Derek says Bungo is for people who like husbandos. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, Derek. That's it. That's the only trailer I get. Are you kidding me?
It's not a trailer. I feel like it was just music and.
Well, I mean, I've played the game, so that's a trailer enough.
Played part of the game. I didn't finish it.
I've played part of it. Let's see. New simulcast. Ayakashi Triangle. Let's try this one. Some of these trailers are super short, which is fine. Just where I was like, we could watch trailers. Yo, welcome back, Gray. Exorcist Ninja. The art style reminds me of DN Angel. Is that anyone in chat getting the same vibe? Derek, this one looks mid. That one doesn't grab me, but it does very much remind me of DN Angel as far as the art style is concerned. What do you mean someone else watched DN Angel, Gray? I'm just from that era of anime.
I've never heard of it.
It's an older one. I thought I was the only person alive who had seen that. Well, then you'll be surprised then, because Kopic also knows of DN Angel, so now you know a couple people. I'm actually really excited for this one. Buddy Daddies. I'm excited to watch this one. I'm here for it. I don't know jack about it, but I was like, I think I'm here for this one.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. The little girl almost sounded like what's her face from
Anya?
Spy Family? Yeah.
Anya. Let's see. By the Grace of the Gods, season 2. Let's check this one out. What are those? It looks cute. Like everyone's really cute. Look at that little fox girl. She cute. I haven't seen season 1 though, so Derek says this one's
Well,
really
just got 2
pretty.
seasons to watch.
Oh, he's a slime rancher. Okay. That's cute. I guess it's one of those things that if you've seen season 1, then you'll be excited about season 2.
That looks good.
Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill. All right. These titles, guys. It's Studio Mappa, though. They're good. What the heck? What? What is? What? What is happening? Oh, that slime is so cute. Ah! That
Watch it
little
for the little slime.
that little slime is so cute. LOL, Amazon in another world. Yes. That's the other title. Chillin' in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's army. Man, these isekai titles are just getting out of... I'm fired? Boobs. Weird.
Looks
Oh.
like it might be something.
I was thinking that was gonna be an isekai, but I don't think it's me. I mean, I don't think it is. I think it's just one of those weird long titled ones. Derek, yo, that sounds like me, chilling in my 30s. Same. I only have a year and a half left of my 30s though. Oh man. Let's see. We watched a trailer for that one last time, so I'm not concerned about that one this time. These don't all have trailers. Inspector Season 2. Let's try this one. Man, this is for Season 2? Dang, I'd have to watch Season 1 if I'm interested. Oh, Derek says they liked Inspector. I don't know anything about what's going on. I like the song though. Song is hype.
Yeah, sounds good.
Romance, fantasy, mystery. Wee fireworks. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, well, I guess if you've seen season 1, that's pretty hype. Lee's. No, wait, this one. Kinda of the Great Snow Sea. Oh, I've seen the trailer for this one. It's like super sci-fi. Man, I have a lot of respect for people who can think up like really crazy world building shows like that. Like, that's so much. Alright, now it's this Lee's Detective Agency. Let's see. But yeah, that last one looks real good.
Yeah, oh my god, I like it.
This looks silly. Cat Mafia. That cat had a mustache. Weird. Alright, well, that's a thing.
It's something that's there.
Malevolent Spirits Mononogatari. Derek, skip for me on the cat people. Yeah, I don't know if I need to watch that one. It looks like a thing. Well, that dude's big. Mmm. I missed what was said there, but oh well. This one looks like it'd be really cool though. I know that the Monogatari titles are really popular. I think that's one that I might add to my list, but not get to for a while. That happens to me like every season though. Like I'll find a bunch of new stuff and just add them to my queue, but never get to them. Someday. All right, let's see. We just got man, there's actually quite a few more. I think that's where we'll call the trailers for now, guys. Just because I don't want to keep our fellow Dupree too long because I know he's got to go to bed soon.
I do gotta go to bed the next minute.
He's not me who doesn't have work in the morning.
Yeah. Well, see, it's not even for me. It's not work. I can. It's just I need rest for my body.
The workout.
It's
Sorry,
the
so that's what I
workout.
meant. It's the workout. You got to recover from that. That's important. It's an
if I wasn't
important part of
working out,
fitness.
I could be on my old sleep schedule of like 4 or 5 hours a night, but with the workouts, I gotta get like a minimum of 7.
Yep. Nope. Need to do better.
Yeah, and I'm sore head to toe right now, so.
Well.
And I gotta work out tomorrow, so I gotta recover.
Nah, man, get that rest. Exactly. So we don't want to keep him too long. So we will say goodnight, Dupree.
Yes.
Thanks so much for joining me. I'm looking forward to stuff for the new season. We'll discuss.
There's a lot of good trailers.
We'll discuss what we want to watch. And whatnot. Like I said beforehand, though, I think what I'm gonna be focusing on for the next couple weeks is I think I'm gonna tackle that special edition of The Untamed. See what that's like. So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Really excited.
What is that? What is that on?
That's actually on the YouTube channel.
The one that we watched it on before?
Yeah, it's on the same YouTube channel that MDZS has on.
When I catch up and I have time to binge something, I will check that out.
Yeah. So, everyone say goodnight to Dupree. Thanks so much for joining me, Dupree. Rest well.
Next Wednesday again, right?
Yeah, I'll see you guys later.